Hi, this is Uma Bellinger. I'm part of the Siebel development team. And with me today, I also have Scott Eggleston and Charlie Knapp, who will help us answer some of the questions that you have at the end of the presentation. And without, sort of going into the details, what we really want to focus on is a high level, where we are with Siebel today and what we're doing, both as a product as well as with our customers. So it gives you a little bit of idea of what we're planning to do with the product line. So I thank you all for joining us this morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on which part of the world that you're joining from. So again, thank you, and let's sort of get started. As with anything else, because we're talking about not just what's already available in the product, but also what is coming more towards the roadmap, we are looking at, sort of providing our normal safe harbor statement. It's something that's a constant in all of our slides. This is the one slide I always make fun never changes in any of our presentations. So with that said, let's get on to the meat of what we're talking about today. So contrary to what you've really heard across the board, where people and competition talks about Siebel being dead, Siebel's more alive. It has a long roadmap, and we have a lot of customers using the product. It still is sort of the most complete CRM. We have a breadth of functionality, sales, service, marketing, and loyalty, as well as order management as our base components that form the CRM product suite. And then we have, in addition, about 22 industries, 21 different industries and 22 languages that we support. And we do all of these, including all of our releases, across all of our platforms at the same time, and build on that single schema that allows our customers to pick and choose modules across the various industries that we support. Again, like I said, it's the most complete CRM solution that's available in the marketplace today. We do have thousands of customers really using the system. This is sort of the heart of the system for a number of different customers across the globe that use it every single day in all of the different continents that we support. We have about, some of the biggest brand names across all of the different industries that use the product. So whether it's telecommunications, financial sector, automotive, public sector, or retail, including life sciences, we support multiple different industries, as you can see in the slide, and again, across the various regions in the U.S., in EMEA, APAC, as well as Latin America. So across the globe, we have a number of customers using this product. And we have a number of customers that are upgrading to the latest version. So we have customers that are upgrading to the latest versions. We have customers that are implementing brand new on the 8X. It takes us, we have about 85% of our customers on the latest 8X version. And of that, we have about 75% of our customers on the 8.1 and 8.2, which is our two live latest releases that we have today. The Customer Advisory Board. It's one of the biggest things that we do with our product line. This is a cross-industry CAB, or Customer Advisory Board, that we have for Siebel. And what it allows us to do is really bring customers across the various different industries together and allow them to share their stories, allow them to share their success, as well as what they're trying to do with the product line. We meet on the Sunday before Open World in person for a full-day session where we really have our customers present what they're doing and then provide sort of what we're doing as a roadmap. We also do bi-monthly calls with all our customers to provide an update on where we are as a product line, but also what our customers are doing with some of the latest versions they've picked up, how they've implemented it, and how they're moving forward. So it gives the customers an ability to interact with each other, but also learn from each other to be able to understand what to do with the product line, as well as give the ability to understand what customers in other industries are doing as well. So an important aspect that allows our customers not only to provide feedback to us as a product team, but also provide that ability to have that feedback and interaction with their peers as they're working through implementing CRM solutions for their companies as well. So one of the things that we always talk about is partners and partner solutions that's available with the product line. Our partners are very strong, again, skilled, and work with us. They've even picked up a number of beta versions that we've done as we've released our product line. So last year we released the IP 2013, which was one of the most downloaded versions in sort of Siebel history. And we had a lot of partners that really worked with us, showcase some of the UI capabilities at Open World. So as you can see, we have these partners that's constantly engaged with us, work closely with us really to enable our customers and be able to provide them with solutions as we move forward. From a history standpoint, wanted to give a little bit of history. This is something that keeps coming up on how much has Oracle invested really since the acquisition of Siebel. While we had a long history with Siebel starting in 1995, with the number of versions that we've built with Siebel, what's really important to note is that Siebel 8X or Siebel 8.0 was really released post the acquisition of Siebel into Oracle. We've had 5 major releases post that acquisition, 8.0, 8.1, and 8.2, and we have about, like I said, 85% of our customers on this latest version of Siebel, which was really post the acquisition. And we're continuing to sort of build on top of it. We released what we call as the IP 2012 late last year. It contains Open UI, which was our new UI that we built out, and mobile solutions, as well as some of the integrations that we've done with a number of acquisitions that Oracle has done over the years. So there is certainly that long history of what we've done with Siebel, and we're continuing to sort of build on top of it. And again, given that our customers have upgraded, they've invested and spent the effort and time to move to the latest versions, we've continued and will continue to invest in the future. Our plan really is to provide 2 fixed packs every year on the Siebel product line. So the first fixed pack, which is released in the spring of every year, contains fixes, certifications, bug fixes, things that kind of move you ahead. And the second fixed pack, which is really called an innovation pack for us, is what we would release in the second half of every year. So the second half of every year around Open World is where you will find all of the enhancements, innovations, and things that we've done. And then as we move forward, we will ensure that the upgrade itself is not like it had before. So every third year we'll make our innovation pack sort of like a major release, but it allows you to reset the Premier support. So the upgrade itself, we will not have any major upgrades going forward, but really allow you to pick up these enhancements and innovations and make Siebel more agile. So we've done some of the things in our latest version that we'll talk about, but we're building on top of it and ensuring that agility is one of the key factors that allows you to move forward so you can provide those business updates to your users as well as quickly as possible. So as you can see in this slide, we certainly focus on innovations, and we're making sure that we provide this on an ongoing basis. So there is that continued investment in Siebel. So from a current release and roadmap, this sort of gives you a little bit of an idea of what we're focusing on. Our focus is really on 3 major themes with Siebel. It's customer experience, which is really usability, mobile, and social, which are the #1 things a number of our customers are asking. And as we do a lot of these core features and core enhancements, we build and pick the industry solutions and build on top of it. And we recognize that while we're building innovations and building all of the new cool features, we need to make it easy for customers to upgrade and uptake the new versions of Siebel. So now that we talked a little bit about where we are with Siebel and, what our customers are doing and where our customer base is, let's talk about what can be done using some of the things that we've released in the past 12 months. So let's focus on what can you do with the UI, how can you sort of go modern with the UI, add mobility solutions, the #1 request that you get from almost every single user, and also take a look at what can be done with social. It is one of the most important things. Consumers and customers do know a lot more, and how do we sort of harness that ability that we have and then provide the right solutions as well as the right answers to our customers. So from a user standpoint, today's users, they expect, when we say modern interface, they really expect something that's different and something that they're used to, that they sort of use in their daily life. In some sense, both mobile solutions, smartphones, tablets, as well as laptops are something that every single person uses, and we start using it, when we're very little. Almost every kid uses not just the computer, but also tablets and smartphones very early in life. And so the expectation as we're going forward is to provide that usability aspects, taking into account what we see as consumers across the globe. So from a business challenge, the older interfaces, and I love this picture, by the way, it sort of says a lot, is that the one-size-fits-all from a UI standpoint that we built over the years is not something that can be applied everywhere. It's certainly sort of difficult to learn. It increases time, but you really need to be a power user sometimes to be able to do a lot of things, which makes it hard to adopt, especially when it comes to a sales user or it comes to someone who doesn't use the system almost on a daily basis. So very important to understand that we need to provide multiple options, but really allow our customers to be able to uptake some of the Web 2.0 capabilities that's available today. So what have we done with that? So one of the things that we've taken into account is that our customers have invested a lot in Siebel. So their business processes, the logic and everything that sits, it remains the same, but now you have the ability to really go out and create a completely new UI on top of Siebel. So it allows you really to reskin, provide the ability, and create sort of different UIs based on the user as well as their roles. So one of the big things that OpenUI really allows you to do is any browser, so it's a flexible deployment, but also allows to enhance productivity with some of the things that we've done. Lesser clicks, make it a lot more easier, but also allow you to sort of create your own user experience a lot more easily with some of the templates that we've provided. But the biggest really bang is around leveraging what you've already done with your investment. So you don't have to rewrite and redo a lot of the things. You can use all of that business logic that you've built with the system over the years. Here are some of sort of the examples that we're looking. On the left-hand side, you see sort of the traditional Internet Explorer, the old HI client, and the new one that allows you to build additional things with the UI. While the first version that we released in IP 2012 out of the box contains sort of similar look and feel, list and forms, as we're going forward, we're providing these additional templates. So in the upcoming release, which is in IP 2013, you will have the ability through configuration to convert something from a list applet into a tile applet like you see right here. So you have the ability to providing these views as soon as possible. But we also have some customers that have already done this because it's, really changing the style sheets, but we're also looking to build some of the stuff as we go forward with our product. From a mobile standpoint, you have the ability to deploy across the globe to all of the different mobile devices. So we support Android devices, we support iOS, as well as Windows 8. So you have the ability to go mobile using that UI framework that we have, we do have out-of-the-box templates, but we also have seen customers as well as partners really completely change it. So on the right-hand side, you can see what our customer has done working with a partner to provide things that are completely different than the UI that's available today. So this is really the opportunity screen that is built out using the base application that's built with Siebel tools. So what you really changed is the style sheets and JavaScript really to be able to build this UI. So the back-end functionality and all of the logic that you build remains exactly the same. Here are some of the sample UI interfaces that we've built. The customer dashboard, this is really around telco or telecommunications industry solution, where you have multiple different things within that customer dashboard, including bringing some of the e-billing capabilities that we have into that single customer dashboard. So when a customer calls into a call center, the agent has all of the information at their fingertips to be able to respond. We have another one where a customer wanted a Facebook-like look and feel. So we had a Facebook template that was sort of built out to be able to have that same Facebook-like look and feel. We have retail execution, where you have all of the information pertaining to the retail call that you need to go through, as well as the self-service and citizen sort of service capabilities that we want to build out. So you have multiple different templates that can be used to build out using sort of that same business logic under the covers. Now let's move on a little bit and talk about where we are with mobile. What we see, including all of us today, we're a global workforce. A lot of us are on the go. We like to get data, but the right data at the right time. So there's focus on mobile, which is smartphones as well as tablets. And where we see people going is tablets certainly taking over sort of the desktop and laptops from a user-based standpoint. So given that, you know, the tablets will exceed the desktop in 2014, we need to look at what can we do to provide these mobile solutions a lot quicker and faster to our customers as well. So from a business challenge standpoint, the biggest thing that almost every one of us deals with is device independence. Customers today have a choice. Our consumers, we as consumers have a lot of choice. We don't have to pick a specific device or a specific operating system to run our mobile solutions on or use a single device. So our customers also need the ability to provide that device independence to their end users, but while taking use of some of the native device capabilities and keeping the existing functionality that they've built with the system. So it's really focusing on, you know, ensuring that the development and resources are focused on building the right thing, but have the ability to focus and provide the option of mobile solutions to all of the multiple devices at the same time. So from a UI framework standpoint, what Siebel Mobility Solutions or what Siebel Mobile really allows you to do is have the ability to run on any device. So you choose your platform on your operating system, but the look and feel would be very similar to like you're running on that native system. There's no additional hardware required. You know, the Siebel app server, web server that you have will allow you to provide these mobile solutions a lot quicker. But the number one thing to note is it's configurable and extendable. It's really configurable through Siebel tools, so you have the ability to configure and extend like you would do any Siebel app, very quick and easy, and then really change the style sheets to provide the right kind of UI on the tablet. So that's the biggest change that it allows you to do, but it also gives both online and offline support. So you have a single application that would seamlessly sort of move from connected to disconnected. So you have the ability of saying which users you would like to have in disconnected mode, which users or which particular views you want to use in disconnected as well. So it's really one single application for both connected as well as disconnected solutions. And the last but not the least, what the application also does is provides that device recognition. So there's automatic really rendering, whether you're coming from a smartphone or a tablet, the view is built based on which device that you're coming in from. So you have the ability to really provide the right information based on the size that you have for your tablet or the smartphone. Here are some of the native device capabilities that are part of the application today. You have the ability to, the signature capture part of the application, one-click single email, click to call, ability to take picture as well as share videos, the GPS integration. All of these are part of the mobile application that's built as part of the framework itself. From a solution standpoint around mobile sales, what we've really built out is specific applications for both sales and service. And if you look at what we've built and the template that exists in, say, in the IP release in the last 12 months that we've done, you have the ability to really look at your account, and you get the 360-degree view of your account. So you have the account details. You can click through a single click, figure out who are the contacts on the account, what opportunities are open, what activities have been done with that account, have there been any SRs, who's the account team. So you have all of the information really at your fingertips. And what it allows you to do is really plan the day's activities a lot quicker and faster, and make sure that you can present the right information to the customer at the right time. Now, if you go into field service and look at what we're doing around service, we're really focusing on the job at hand. So given that the mobile field sales user is on the go, what they really focus on, the different jobs that they're doing for the day, but do I have everything I need to do the job, whether it's parts, step-by-step instructions to complete the job. What's the recommended parts? Do I have them all in my trunk? If I don't have them in my trunk, how do I ensure I keep that, I'm able to sort of have the inventory in there? And also do the time tracker as well as expense reporting, all through that single UI or the single view that you're able to go through all of your tasks very quickly and have all of the information at your fingertips, both in connected as well as disconnected mode. So very important to note that the customer or the field service technician on the go is able to access this data and also enter data in disconnected. And as they get the connection back, they can sync back to the server. So you have all that information, again, at your fingertips. We have additional industry-specific mobile solutions that we built and released as of last year, which was the IP 2013. We have life sciences, again, very focused, very specific around the life sciences solution that allows our customers to be able to really build out what they have from a business process standpoint, but the functionality and the life science services solution is available as part of that solution. And consumer goods, so all of the retail as well as the retail audits are part of the consumer goods solution. So those are the first two that we've built out. As we go through 2013, we're looking ahead and building some more of the upcoming solutions, really focused on tablet, both for field sales and service. Gives you an idea of exactly what's going on, as well as ability to be able to complete the survey, get all of the results back from the customer at the same time, including some of the collaboration aspects. So you can connect with your coworker, get that information, collaborate and fix issues. But really the ability is to be able to fix things the first time you're there at a customer site. And as we build some of this stuff out, we're also building desktop solutions. So there's the customer dashboard that's coming out. We've also enhancing partner portals, so PRM is being enhanced, and providing e-service solutions as well. So there are specific things that we're really building around the UI and revamping some of the things that we have with Siebel. So this is something that you'll look forward to as we release IP 2013 later in the fall of this year. And we also have something that we call as CRM Desktop, and this is really the integration with Outlook. We have a number of that live and breathe in either Microsoft Outlook or Lotus Notes, depending on, what solution or what email solution the company has standardized on. And here what we've done is really embedded all of the CRM data into Outlook. So now the sales team has the ability to have all of the information, things like contacts, activities, product information, opportunities, all of them in a single view. So you have, again, all the information. You have one-click ability to email your contacts, email the sales team, account team, so really enhances productivity, but also gives you the ability to work offline. So as you go visit customers, you still are able to capture information and provide the right kind of details, including bringing the account team and the sales team together with one single click, all within Outlook, all within something that they're used to working on every day. And both of these have been released. Both Outlook as well as Lotus Notes have been available as part of the IP 2013 release. Outlook we had released more than 2 years ago. We keep up and we update with the latest versions as well. So that's something that is constant, and we continue to build on top of it. Now that we talked a little bit about usability, what we're doing with the desktop, mobile solutions, really extending what you've already built with Siebel, keeping your investment in place and extending to mobile devices, we'll focus our attention a little bit on social, really what we're doing with social, what has Oracle done with social, and how will that sort of help take some of the business challenges you have to that next level. So really the idea is today, almost every one of us, we're empowered. There's a lot of information on the web. We also have a number of different social channels that we interact with. And as with anything else, growing up, you always listen to your peers. You always look at what others are doing rather than sort of listening to authority in some sense. So it really becomes important that you harness what people are talking about and ensuring that you have credibility in terms of that brand recognition. So that is something that is really where the focus is when it comes to social. What are people saying about us? What's, whether it's positive, negative, how do you really use that information to your advantage and provide that right solution back to your consumers? So here's one of the studies that was done in 2011, really by Harris Interactive. They sort of talked about 2,300 U.S. adults, and here's the results that we got back from that survey that was done. Almost 75%, that's almost 3/4 of us, always are ready to post a negative comment on a social networking site if we have a poor customer experience. So that's the one thing that we know, that any bad experience, we're ready to put that up somewhere. About 89% of our consumers really will start doing business with the competition the first time something goes wrong or the first time you have a bad experience. And about 53% of the people really will tell about that poor experience. So it's really important to understand what people are talking and be able to respond back to what's being said, but it's both positive as well as negative, but it does become important that you're engaged as quickly as possible and be more reactive. So from a business challenge perspective, when it comes to social, it's really about maintaining that brand consistency. But how do you maintain brand consistency? How do you monitor and filter and respond? There's a lot of information on the web. How do you really monitor it? What's the filtering you need to do? But how do you proactively engage? And not just engage, once you're done, you engage, but track results. How, pick that up, and how do you analyze that data and ensure that you're focusing on the right things based on what you're hearing on the social web. So important challenges that we need to look at, and how do we really solve that? Using the CRM system that you have, using what you've already captured as a customer, but harnessing some of these additional information that's available on the web. So from a Siebel and Oracle standpoint, these are some of the things that we've done, really socially enabling your complete enterprise. While we've built the integrations with the social acquisitions across all of our Apps Unlimited product suite, today we'll focus a little bit on what we're really doing with CRM and what we're really doing with Siebel, how we're enabling some of the stuff when it comes to both listening from a service standpoint and also marketing, and how do we target the right set of campaigns while allowing us to sort of collaborate and provide that information proactively. So here are some of the product suites that Oracle has acquired. It's really around social engagement and monitoring, which is listening on the web, getting the social insights, be able to trend both the negative and positive that's being said, the social marketing aspects, how do you take this information that you've sort of listened but provide the right campaigns and respond back, and then the social network aspects where you have the employee-to-employee integration, or how do you collaborate across the various teams to be able to proactively engage with your customers. And as we collect a lot of this data, or as the data that's available for us, how do you analyze and what do you do with the data? So those are some of the things that the products that we've acquired allow us to do. So you have a complete sort of integrated suite from a social standpoint from Oracle. Here are some of the integrations we've specifically done around the Oracle Social product suite. We have Siebel Marketing that really allows us to listen and engage, but target and market across the various social channels. Whereas with service, what we do again is listen what's being said, be able to take in the request, convert it into a service request, be able to respond, while also collaborating internally with the experts like agents like yourself, or collaborating across organizations to know what's happening, getting that 360-degree view of the customer. So bringing all of these product suites together really allows you to take your business one step ahead, be more proactive, allow you to get that brand engagement going, but also build customer loyalty. So you have that customer loyalty back to your product, to the company. So from an enhancing standpoint, what have we done? Really customer data. This is part of our spring release that we did in March of this year. We've enhanced the customer data, so the data model has been completely changed. We've added, not changed, sorry, added. Data model has been added. So we have the contact schema that we had on the contact table. We've added contact social profiles. We've added social profiles attributes that allows us to collect some of that social integrations. Again, what we've done is really enhanced and added additional stuff to collect with the contact information that we already have in Siebel. So it takes it one step further to have the ability to understand who the contact is, what their social profiles are, and what they're doing outside of what we collect within CRM. So from a social service standpoint, here's some of the things that we're really looking and where we think will provide that value add. And we do see some customers already doing this. But now it's integrated within Siebel. We have the data model that's enhanced that captures the social profiles. So what we really do is take the engagement model, the Oracle Social Suite, we listen and monitor the social posts, and based on the information and based on what's being said, we have the ability through a single click be able to create an SR or create a service request or a case within Siebel. We have the ability to link the two together, the case and what's being said on SEM, but now the agent is able to engage the social user right on the channel. But once that engagement is done, we have all of the ability to capture all of that information within Siebel. So you have that single Siebel desktop view where you're able to do all of this, but you're able to respond back, not just to that customer, but once you respond back on a social channel, you're able to reach a lot more people at the same time, and you have the ability to become a proactive about taking care of issues that have been raised. And not only that, because we're capturing the data and we have the information, we also have the ability to analyze and say how many of the requests that we're seeing are coming through the different channels, whether it's call center, whether it's through chat, or through these social engagements, and how we've been able to respond to them and how quickly we've been able to respond, and if in effect sort of reduce the overall time to resolve issues with our customers, as well as reduce the escalations that you would get from your customers. Once we look at this and see what's being said, this is specifically around resolving issues, but we can take it to that next level and provide targeted campaigns as well. So if there's something being said about us, or if there's something being targeted, whether it's, a part with the car, or, the rent, a car that you got when you rented something that wasn't quite right, you have the ability to target back the right campaigns. So we take what's the information that's being said on the web, and you're able to really set up the multi-channel campaigns and respond with the right campaign back to the customer. But you also have the ability now to expand your brand presence by marketing across the web, because the people have a lot more interactions on the web. So you now have a far-reaching capability of marketing not just to a single consumer, but you have the ability to reach out to a multiple at the same time. So it becomes really important that you're able to provide not just personalized campaigns to a specific person, but also be able to provide that to the sphere of influence that they have as a consumer. And while we do some of those things, we also need to collaborate internally. So this is the employee-to-employee collaboration that we have as the product suite, again integrated through that single Siebel desktop. You have the ability now to collaborate not just on, say, the SRs, but you also have the ability to collaborate on opportunities. So if there's a new opportunity that's coming in, you can connect with the other experts in the field, as well as potentially other folks in other divisions, to understand what's happening and be able to update the information, be able to converse in real time with people. So it's no more email exchange or picking up the phone to call someone. You're able to use the Oracle social network, connect with a number of people, and be able to bring in to the conversation experts who can help resolve your problem, help you with certain opportunities, as well as sales deals. This is something that we in Oracle use within our teams as well. So all of the development team really works with the field team, and this allows us to be proactive, but also allows us to interact with each other and get the information at the right time to be able to move forward very quickly. Again, a very powerful tool in terms of collaboration that allows you to sort of access and have the ability to interact with everyone that can sort of help with things that you need most focus on. Now we go a little bit and talk about trivia, really where we are with Siebel. We talked about what our customers have done. We talked about what we've accomplished in the last 12 months, what we're looking to do going forward. But what we want to talk about a little bit here is to say what our customers are doing. We have about 300 plus customers that have unique SRs opened against the latest version, which is our 811 9 and 10, as well as the 822. So we have unique customers really logging SR, so we know these customers have picked up and built on top of some of the UI stuff that we're looking to do. We have a few customers, almost a few in each part of the world, that have gone live with OpenUI, some of them for the desktop, some of them for mobile, that have really picked up and gone into production with the OpenUI solution. And in addition to the customers, what we've also seen is that our support site has about 6,000 hits over all of the information that they've put around the latest releases. So in the last 3 months, we've seen a huge number of really hits and questions around the Siebel release that we've done. And so we know a lot of customers are picking up, they're working with us as we provide the new solutions, But what we've also done is we have a UX Direct website that's available for all of the applications. This is something that's available to all our customers, to everyone to be able to look and use. And while we do a lot of these things, we also have the ability to provide sort of journey mapping. So one of the things that we've done over the past year is have our sales consultants work with our customers to really figure out the pain points, figure out what customers are doing, have a journey mapping exercise that then allows them to really build out usable application or ensure that, you know, the application that they're building out or the changes that they need to do to views. And it could be as minor as, you know, removing a field from the view or adding a field into the view. But going through that exercise allows really our customers to be able to build, including providing in some sense the right information at the right time. And as we do some of these things with our customers, we also request that you take a look at what we've put out in terms of, you know, information on the web. So a number of presentations, recordings are now available on Oracle University for the public to download. And a complete list actually by the release date is available that you can take a look at, whether it's what we've done with OpenUI or installing issues, or if it's anything to do with what we built out, is all available for sort of public consumption. All you need to do is enter your email address and you have access to all of these recordings. So something to think of as you're looking. There's a lot of information. Just pick that up and ensure you have everything you need, and take the version that you need to look at so you can move forward as we build stuff out. So from a standpoint, where are we with Siebel? It really does continue to grow and thrive. We have, like we talked about, a number of customers that have uptaken, downloaded the latest version. We do have 85% of our customers on the latest version. That's where our focus is. Our focus is really on usability, mobility, social. While we do this, again, focusing on agility, how do we ensure that our customers can pick up the fixed packs a lot quicker? And our next goal is really around runtime. How do we allow our business users as well as IT to be able to make some of these changes quickly and easily so you don't have a long runway to, say, make changes or do business development as you move forward. So this really summarizes where we are with Siebel. It gives you a high-level glance of what we're really doing. But what we want to talk about now is to focus and say, here's what you heard. This is a billion-foot level of where we are with Siebel. But going forward, we want to really focus specifically on things that we worked on. So here's upcoming webcasts, the things that you can do with user experience. What have we done? How are we helping customers? Or what have customers and partners done together to expand that user experience, including some of the social integrations that we've done around service? What are the different integrations that have been done with the Oracle acquisitions that have come into play with Siebel? How do you really ensure you proactively help your users? And then providing mobile solutions. So as we go through month by month, we'll delve into details, focus and show you certain demos that are available out of the box, as well as what some of our partners have done. So there's a constant sort of webcast that will be available for you to use, as well as understand what we're doing with the product and provide you an update of where we are with Siebel. So certainly something that I would encourage people to attend, or have people sort of attend based on, you know, the interest in what they're really looking to do. And in staying in touch, if there are two things that you need to look at, it's the oracle.com Siebel page. It has all of the information, things that we've done, what's available today, what's coming. So you have a lot of information from the oracle.com Siebel website. And being proactive. Our support team has put a lot of information. They have landing pages very specific to releases, new stuff that's being done and new products being released. The support team puts out specific information. They have information specifically about OpenUI. They have specific information about some of the integrations that we've built. So it really is important that you get proactive with what's available on support. It also tells you what other customers have done. So they have a lot of information that allows you to sort of interact and understand what's going on. And then you have all of the other things. We have LinkedIn. We have specific pages as well as specific forums around it. There's YouTube, Facebook, lots of information that allows you to understand not just what Oracle's doing, but what our customers are doing as well. And with that, I'd like to sort of open it up for questions. I hope this was sort of useful. I know it's sort of skimmed the surface of what we're doing with Siebel. Our hope is as you start looking at the additional webcasts, you get into deeper dive of some of the topics we talked about today. And thank you all for listening. So let's open it up for questions.
Hey, Uma, this is Scott. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hey, that was a great update, and I'm looking forward to the future webcasts. We had a few questions that came in from the audience in chat, and let me start with the first one. Do I, as a customer, need to purchase anything to use OpenUI?
For the desktop version, no, you don't have to purchase anything to use OpenUI. You would need to just uptake the 8119, which is the IP 2012 release that we did late last year. So to use OpenUI, you need to uptake to that latest version, which is 8119.8223. And really, you don't even have to change any of your business processes at the end. You get a brand new UI and then really build on top of it. So no purchase necessary for OpenUI. That's a great question,
Okay,
Scott.
Okay, great. And what is Oracle doing to make it easier, less expensive for us to upgrade Siebel?
So there are a couple of things that we've done around that, Scott, and it's really about two things. One, we released what we call as the incremental repository merge that allows our customers the ability to really use Siebel tools. It takes what the customers have, their repository, what they got with, say, 811, the base version, and what we're releasing with 8119 or 10 or the latest version. And it provides insight and it gives you reports on what's changed, and that really affects them. So they can do targeted testing. So in some sense, it does the three-way merge within Siebel tools and really gives insight, or it gives you an idea of what's changed. So in the past, it was the upgrade life cycle that we went through. It was a black box. This really provides a little bit more information on exactly what's changed, but also focuses on showcasing what would affect you as a consumer based on what you've changed, and really do targeted testing around that. And going forward, as we said, in 2014, we're also looking at doing some of the things at runtime. So things like configuration changes, adding views, adding fields can be done at runtime without having to compile the complete SRF. So our focus is really to make some of these business updates a lot easier for the end users. So when I say end users, not quite end users, but our business analysts as well as IT. So in some sense, reducing that cost of having to develop and deploy. In terms of deployment, in the latest release, we've also provided ability to clone enterprises and servers to make it easier if you have multiple servers to install across the board. And with IP 2013, again, we're making changes there as well to make it a lot easier going forward.
Yeah, wow, that sounds like a lot. Here was another question that came in from a customer. Are there any special skills that customers need to build custom UIs with OpenUI, or is it pretty standard web developer skills?
That's a really good question asked by a number of different customers. So What you would need is, it's pretty standard web development skills, nothing really special. The skills that you had with Siebel, so the using of Siebel tools and all of those still remain the same. You're using the views and applet definition in Siebel, and you're really extending to the standard web development. So whether it's, the JavaScript, the style sheets, things like that, really focused on web development. So standard web development skills is what's required to, in some sense, unleash some of the UI capabilities.
Okay. Another question came in. Is Oracle going to put Siebel in the cloud, or are there any options for us to put our implementation in the cloud?
That's a great question. That's something Scott is really working on. So, Scott, do you want to take that, or do you want me to answer that?
I can take that. So we actually do offer Siebel in a private Oracle cloud, and we do have partners that offer Siebel in the cloud. So you can deploy Siebel, on-premise, or you can deploy it in an Oracle private cloud where we'll manage it for you in the cloud. Or you can talk to several of our partners who actually offer to manage your Siebel implementation in one of their clouds. Another question came in, is the mobile sales and mobile field service that you showed us, is that available today, or were you just talking about roadmap?
The mobile sales that we have today and field service is available today. The ones, let me go back to the specific screen. So this is something that's available today. We have this as an application. Again, you have the ability, it's templates available for both field sales and service, as well as, the other industry modules. And you can pick and choose the templates and build an application of your choice. Again, the Connected was released as part of the IP 2012 late last year. All of these available today. The Disconnected is something that we're looking to release in the coming months. So there's Disconnected ability for field sales and field service that's coming in the coming months. What we're looking to build out is these additional sort of views or changing some of the UI. This is what's targeted in the upcoming releases. So the basic functionality and the views are already there. You can use it, you can sort of build it out, and as we build out these additional templates and style sheets, you can sort of use that going forward. So functionally, the application available today, again, runs on iOS, Android, and Windows 8 tablets, and we're looking to, like I said, build out additional templates for both the sales service as well as some of the industry solutions going forward.
Great. I think you just answered this next question, but is Oracle planning to use OpenUI to improve the out-of-the-box screens? And so it looks like obviously we're using OpenUI just like customers can use OpenUI to build better out-of-the-box screens and better applications. Next question is, what new capabilities should we expect in your fall release?
So from a new capabilities in the fall release, there are some things that we have done with the framework itself for the UI. So there's some additional things that we've built out. So things like drag and drop and ability to sort of move, from say into a shopping cart, things like that. There's a lot of framework things that we've built out with OpenUI. The ability, like I said, through a single click to be able to change from, say, a list applet into the tile applet that we just showed you. There's additional integrations and mobile solutions from a Disconnected standpoint that would be available, as well as some of the integrations, so building out some of the integrations like for commerce, ATG that's being built out, applications, the CRM application that's being built on OpenUI, building out e-service, both for a horizontal as well as, upcoming public sector. So there's a lot of functionality being built out within the core framework, as well as the industry solutions, as well as UI that we're building on top of it. And then expanding on our social integrations and also building some of the things that we talked about around agility. That's really been that's really our focus in the upcoming releases. And the slide that we have on, I'm going back and forth here, but the slide that we have here sort of gives you a little bit of preview. It's not, sort of just skims through the surface, but gives you a preview of what's being planned in the next 12 months, what's coming, beyond the 12 months. So the next 0 to 12 months, the middle box here kind of shows you some of the things we're trying to release in the IP 2013, which is scheduled for fall of this year.
Wow, thanks, Uma. Well, there seems to be, a ton of interest, and I can't get to all the questions because we're running out of time, but we can certainly follow up with some of those questions later. But thank you, Uma. That was a great job, great webcast. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Scott, for manning the chat and helping through all of the questions as well. Thank you all.